They were so worried they would have sleepless nights. They couldn't control their grief. They don't know if their son has been executed, killed. What is happening to my child? Similar to what our brothers and sisters are facing today. They don't know where their children are. They don't know if they've become shuhada. They don't know if they're hungry or under rubble. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decided this is going to be the environment, this is what has already occurred, there is a calamity that is going to afflict you, there is a difficult situation coming your way, you cannot remove it. Allah has decided that it's going to happen. Now you need tawakkul. Now you need to trust Allah. Have taqwa, stay away from haram and do good, and then trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need both of these elements, and when you do so, Allah promises, وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. He will make a way out, and He will give you sustenance from where you do not even know. This is the promise of Allah. The whole thing here is, do you accept this promise of Allah? Do you want it to be a part of your life, or you're just going to keep on going the way you were? Me, first and foremost. Do I trust Allah? Do I have taqwa? Or do I adopt my own means for my own security? This is a question. And I'll finish with this story. What is mentioned under this ayah in the tafsirs is a very beautiful story. If you were to look in various tafsirs, under this verse that I mentioned, Surah Al-Talaq, verse number 2, they will mention the story of Malik bin Auf al-Ashja'i. He was a Sahabi, and his son was caught by the mushrikeen. The mushrikeen caught his son, and they took him to Mecca. He was imprisoned. They put chains and fetters, and they locked him and sealed him away. This father and his wife, the mother of this child, they were so worried they would have sleepless nights. They couldn't control their grief. They don't know if their son has been executed, killed. What is happening to my child? Similar to what our brothers and sisters are facing today. They don't know where their children are. They don't know if they've become shuhada. They don't know if they're hungry or under rubble. So he was going through a similar situation. I don't know what's happening to my child. I don't know how much sabr I can have. He came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "Oh Nabi, they took my child. Everything. I would give everything that I have to rescue my child." Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Have sabr. Have sabr. If you can reach him, tell him to say, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. There's no power nor might except with Allah. Trust in Allah. When you can't control your circumstances, trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." And he recommended to them to say this. There's two different narrations. One that the son actually received this news. He says, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Another where the parents are doing this zikr constantly. Mother and father. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Only power is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one has power but Him. Not the mushrikeen, not these people who have chained my child. So according to one narration, the parents are saying, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Continuously thinking about this, having their faith in Allah. And the other situation, what's happening with the son, he gets this news from someone, and he starts saying, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. He's chained physically. He can't move. Suddenly, miraculously, as he's saying the zikr, the chains open. They fall off of him. And he's looking, the chains opened up. So he got out of the chains. He walks outside of his cell. He sees a camel ready to go. He gets on the camel. He sees many, many other camels and sheep as well. So he ties them all together onto his camel and he just starts going away. Just left the area. Back home in Medina, parents are saying, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. They hear a knock on the door. And someone is saying salam. So the father, Auf bin Malik al-Ashja'i, he says, Wallahi, this is my son. His wife is saying, how is this possible? He's chained up by the mushrikeen, the enemies of Islam. We don't even know if they executed him. They open the door. Not only is the child before them, he has a bunch of camel and sheep as well, mal. He says, Subhanallah, this is a promise of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's confused. Is this even halal? It's not my camels. It's so many camels and sheep. And you should know that camels are considered like cars. Has a whole fleet of cars before the door. He goes to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He asks him, can I partake of this? Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam recites the ayah. The ayah was revealed. Those who fear Allah, Allah will make a way out. And Allah will give them rizq and sustenance from a place that they could never imagine. And those who trust in Allah, He is enough for them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a plan for everything. So you and I need to trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah has a plan for you and I. Allah has a plan for our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make a way out. But you and I need to have tawakkul in Allah, taqwa in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we need to do everything in our capability and adopt the means and then trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for tawfiq to have these beautiful gems of iman, taqwa and tawakkul